Ricky Beggs, VP and Managing Editor of Black Book, talks about how the Cash for Clunkers program and the recent bankruptcies of GM and Chrysler have affected the used car supply.
Has the Cash for Clunkers program made a difference?
It did what it was supposed to do. It brought people into the new car showroom and it sold new cars. Normally the manufacturers would have to put some sort of end of the season, end of the model year incentive money out there. They didn't have to do that this year. The government actually did that for them with that Cash for Clunkers program. But it got people into the showroom, it sold cars. Did it affect the used car business? I really don't think it did affect the used car market, because most of those Cash for Clunker trade-ins would never have come back into the marketplace, or were not really viable trades anyway as far as going into the regular used car market. So I don't think it really had an effect on the used car market.
What about the domestic manufacturers, specifically looking at the GM and Chrysler vehicles that have been, coming from the bankruptcy situation? Do you see that having any effect on the used vehicles?
Initially there was a lot of hype and a lot of talk about, well, I don't want to deal with a company that's bankrupt. And tracking the numbers, looking at the values that we saw and the trends in the marketplace, we didn't see a major difference in how those vehicles from that bankrupt company or those brands that were going away, we didn't see a major difference overall between them and vehicles that were remaining, the existing type models, as far as value retention or value depreciation. They all tracked pretty close to the same. There were some minor differences, but nothing major, nothing to say, hey, let's stay away from this. Those manufacturers are still there. They're still going to be able to offer warranty programs. They're still going to be able to service that vehicle. There's still a dealer network out there. The dealer network may be a little smaller, but it's still there. So it's still there to support that consumer. If anything, it's put more emphasis on the used car market, because these dealers that maybe lost a franchise, they probably had another franchise. If they didn't, they were probably already in the used car business. And those dealers know the market. They know car sales. What else could they do other than to focus more on the used car market? So it's probably put a little bit more emphasis on demand for that good used car, where this former new car dealer is now just a used car dealer. And at the same time, the franchise dealer that maybe is still in the franchise business, he doesn't have the inventory he once had, and especially right now with new car inventories being so low after the Cash for Clunkers program and prior to the 2010s hitting their lots in significant numbers. They've got to focus on having some inventory, and that focus is on the used car market. So it's actually helped the used car market in that aspect.